Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. It's news time. It is a Thursday and there's some really interesting things to get through. Jurgen Klopp's just done his pre-match press conference for Crystal Palace. Some interesting tidbits off the back of that, which we'll come to in a moment. But first, something a little bit different. So a Liverpool-based designer, Kayla Bibby of Skyscraper Cities, the website, has created some architectural designs for 108,000 capacity Anfield expansion, which looked genuinely sensational. We'll stick a couple of them up on the screen. The idea being, I think she feels that the opportunity is there to capitalise, especially on the Kop, with a lot of the derelictions still existing around Anfield, to make it as big as possible. And why not? Why not shoot for the moon? 108,000 would make Anfield the second largest football stadium in the world, second only to the, and I need to get this right, the Rungrado Stadium in North Korea. Oh, of course. Yeah, that one. Yeah, fantastic. Again, not something that's come from the club, not something that's liable to happen, but it is interesting. And again, it's something that would you like to see at 108,000 capacity Anfield? I don't know. Provided my seat was still in the same place, so provided I wasn't on row, you'd have to create a new alphabet to number the rows, I think, going back to make that a reality. But yeah, as long as I wasn't any further away from the pitch, I could have the lower tier of everything. I think I'd be sound with it. But no, phenomenal. But it's nice to dream, isn't it? No transfer news per se on this today, but injury news. Jurgen Klopp's revealed that Joel Matip, Ragnar Klavan, and Lucas Leiva have not been training. But then goes on to name check Joe Gomez. He said he's been performing well in the 23s. He's getting better and better. And it looks like, he's mentioned that potentially him and Dejan Lovren could be the partnership against Crystal Palace this weekend. Let me know your thoughts on the Joe Gomez thing. And whether you're excited to potentially see him back in first team action. We know he's had a couple of substitute appearances of late. I really like Joe Gomez. What I've seen of him, he looks a very composed young man. He's got very good touch. Comfortable on the ball, very composed. I'm basically using synonyms here. He's good at the football, and we like him a lot. Obviously, badly hampered by having a very, very serious knee injury, and it's taken this long just to get back. And it's interesting that I suspect you'll probably see much more of Joe Gomez from next season. But I think it'd be nice. I think it'd do him a bit of good, and put him back at if he can come in and perform well. Look, there's a lot of talk about Liverpool spending a lot of money on centre-halves, and I don't think that will impact that, but it might make one or two other decisions. Joe Gomez could establish himself or start to establish himself as fourth choice, which I think for a young lad, I think is a good place to start, and then work from there, because God knows we have enough injury problems. Fourth choice doesn't mean fourth choice at Liverpool, particularly not when you're a centre-half. But it is a bit of a concern again. I think the record is, 13 games Lovren and Matip have started together. Check me if I'm wrong on this. Let me know in the comments below. They've started 13 games and we've won all of them, or we're unbeaten. Probably could have fact-checked that if I'm perfectly honest, but if someone wants to fact-check it for me, comments below. Other piece of injury news. Now, we know Adam Lallana's back in training. We tweeted this out. He put it out on Instagram. Back lacing his boots up. Time to step it up. Jurgen Klopp basically said, and we know he's been a big advocate of this, you've got to complete X number of training sessions to be in contention, but it really looks like he's just doing it, he's just spinning plates, he's trying to keep this season going to the best of his ability, and he made mention of the fact that even Lallana being in for one training session, just being back in training, puts him in contention for a place at Crystal Palace. Now, can't see him starting this game, but don't be shocked to see him involved on the substitutes bench, which is, I agree at this point. Listen, he's got no international footy this summer. Just get through the next 5 games and then collapse in a heap at the end. You can have Australia off if you really want. On that, our last thing, clickbait! No, Steven Gerrard, Steve McManaman, Jamie Carragher and Daniel Agger are going to be taking part. They're going to be lining up for Liverpool Football Club, pulling on the glorious red of the mighty Reds, potentially for one last time, as Liverpool travel over to Sydney for their post-season friendly game. Now, we debated what kind of squad Liverpool are going to take to this, because it's very close to the end of the season. It's literally almost the match finishes. You get on a plane, you fly, you play the game, and then the season, and then you're done for the summer. Now, obviously, there'll be no Sadio Mane. It looks like there might even be no Jordan Henderson between now and the end of the season as well. You're probably looking at, like, Firmino just saying, nah, mate, you get off, mate. You go and get your head down. So we were wondering what kind of quality player they were going to be bringing. Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, and probably, unfortunately now, to a lesser extent, McManaman, but European Cup winner with Real Madrid, Steve McManaman. If you're an Australian Red and you go into that game, or you plan on going to that game, how excited are you to see the likes of these players in the flesh? But again, potentially for the last ever time, Jurgen Klopp's come out and talked about managing Steven Gerrard and blah blah blah. I think it's great. I think it's a genuinely brilliant idea, and it's because it sets the tone for what the game should be. Because we don't want it to be a dead competitive game of football, but you'd actually probably get, weirdly, it would be slightly more competitive for having, maybe not McManaman, who I don't think keeps a pair of boots in his house, if I'm honest. But certainly for Gerrard, Carragher and Agger, I think they're the guys who'll go out and they'll actually go and give 110%. So you probably get a better game of football for having them involved. Everyone saw how Gerrard impacted the Legends game against Real Madrid. So yeah, I think it's very exciting. I'm gutted it doesn't look like we're going to be able to be there. Anyone wants to sort us out with some flights over to Sydney, let me know, interact at redmentv.com. But yeah, really exciting stuff, really good. It makes me actually want to watch that game a whole lot more, but let me know your thoughts on that below. We're going to wrap up there. The Uncensored Match build-up show's coming out, of course. If you want more Redmen content, you can. Click this video there, though, if you actually want to hear my opinion on something not Liverpool-related, on the Arsene Wenger situation and why they need a hard Wexit. Weirdos. Otherwise, subscribe to Mates TV, subscribe to the Redmen TV by clicking the icon, and check back on the website as well. Got a tremendous Reds news roundup show, transfer news, fill your boots.